All right. Good to go. Schmeedin the schmoovin.
Hi.
Hi. Hello. What have you been up to?
A lot of Dune.
Dune. Oh, so you're a Dooner? Derogatory?
I'd be Duning sometimes, man.
Please go off. Please tell me about Dune. What do you know of Dune?
So I'm sure people know / you already know.
You already know.
I hated on Goon or I almost said Goon.
I hate Gooners.
I said I hate.
I've been really into Goon.
I don't really like Goon. I wasn't really into Dune.
Yeah.
And really into Dune is underly. Holy shit! Oh my fucking god! I'm not.
You're just thinking about Gooning now.
I really haven't liked Dune, and like when you talked about it, I was like, yeah, like it's okay. I don't know.
No, really your words verbatim in that video is like, oh, it's shit.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, it was. I mean, I thought it was for real.
And then I was like, let me talk about Dune. Let me talk about Dune.
I thought that. Holy shit! Did that just change like that hard?
I don't know, bro.
That's so weird. Hold on. Wait. Why? Do you see like the dots on me that just happened?
Yeah. So the illumination is the biggest part of the chroma key shit.
Okay, so because I have the same video of my face running as I'm looking at it.
Yeah, the light right from your screen. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So okay, it makes sense. Maybe we'll buy lighting at some point. So
I can direct you to some lights that I have that are pretty good.
I need them to be inexpensive. I really don't want to pay like $300.
I got you.
All right. So so I didn't like Dune, in all seriousness. I didn't like Dune. I thought it was very boring, and somehow the video game that just came out made me like it.
So you're talking about Dune Awakening.
Awakening, yeah. So Dune Awakening, the MMO, has been really fun, and I've been searching for an MMO for a while that I was like, I want something grindy, but like I want the community to be fun. Like I just miss old World of Warcraft. And to be very clear, Dune Awakening is nothing like World of Warcraft. There is no magic. There is skills you can use like grenade launchers or
depending on the class,
yeah, like slow fields or speed up fields or anti-gravity fields, certain grenades, poison darts. There's a bunch of other stuff that I don't even know about because I have only scratched the surface of like what's going on in the game. But I actually started paying attention to the story, and I was like, wait, is Dune good? Like, is this actually like fun?
Is it actually all right?
Yeah,
is it not like, shit?
Because the story they were the opening they had been like, you know, talking about like what this like branch of history would be if you was happening or whatever. And I don't know if it's happening or not, but you're the one that knows like more in depth on what's going on in the game.
Because I'm a Dooner, non-derogatory.
Very derogatory.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
So I told John, I was like, all right, I'm gonna go back and watch the movies. Watch the movies. Jesus fucking Christ, the first movie is world building like a motherfucker. And it's painful, I say, if you're not interested, but I was actually having fun this time. I cannot tell you what happened anymore. Like my brain just has already disconnected from it.
Don't worry, bro. But all you gotta remember is Duncan, Idaho, and you're good.
But I watched the show or the movie, and I had talked to Chonch, and I was like, oh, there's other worlds? Like they're all from other worlds. Nobody is native to Arrakis.
Besides the Arrakeen, besides the Fremen. The Fremen are the only people that are...
I thought the Fremen came from ships and then inhabited it afterwards.
It's very loosey-goosey with that, because of the fact that, like, human exploration throughout this world has expanded so far, so it's kind of this whole thing where, like, everyone from different planets who are humanoid are basically cousins, in a sense, because it's just, like, human expansion at that point. So yeah, probably like millions of years ago, or like thousands of years ago, the people arrived to Arrakis and just basically settled there, And then, you know, throughout the generations, eventually became a people that live in that world. So I can't really say. I don't know if there was another. I don't know if like Frank Herbert's son probably made like some, you know, side story at some point saying that like, oh yeah, the people of Arrakis are not technically the people of Arrakis, like that kind of shit. So I can't really tell. You're going in and out.
No, I'm trying to.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let's see if this works. Okay, does this help at all? Kind of.
Yeah, that helps.
I looked up bright white screen on YouTube for 24 hours.
Did you press pause on it? Okay.
No, it just plays. Fuck it.
All right.
That person some money for having that shit on.
For playing it. For playing it. All right.
Smart idea.
Yeah. It's so that's what I'm saying is that like it's kind of hard to say whether or not like the people of Arrakis are like originally from there or they're just like cousins because of the human expansion that's gone on for years, millennia almost. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know why the guy floats. Found that out.
Yeah, because his spine thing.
Put something in him or something.
Yeah, essentially they gave him like boosters in his spine. I think in the book it's supposed to be like a bodysuit of sorts. Yeah, but he's just fat. And he's how do you make a fat guy menacing? He floats.
For real though, like that. When they found him and he was alive, I was like disappointed because obviously the dad died, and I was like, fuck piece of shit. I'm just gonna say like things I thought was cool from the movies. When he caught the thing in his hand.
Oh, the little
his dad
seeker.
Was super proud of him. Yeah, his dad was like, was it his dad or his coach? Someone patted him on the back and was like, you know, this guy
I think Gurney
caught a thing with his hand. Only one person could do that, and it's like your leader, you know, whatever.
Yeah, I think it was Gurney.
They were just hyping him up, and I was like, you know, that's good, man. They should hype this dude up. For real, because like
he's a white boy goated in the sauce, you know.
Well, he takes it like, I mean, it's a movie. It's all written in bullshit, but like, you know, he's like, oh, he seems like he's like, I'd rather prove myself than just get praise. But
yeah,
like, he did prove himself in that scenario, I think. So for the praise.
For the most part, Paul tries to show the point that like he can actually do something rather than just being, you know, title only. But that kind of is his problem throughout the course of the books, of the fact that he is trying to prove himself, and that's what happens in like the second book because he proved himself way too much, and now everything is so fucked. But you know,
he got a little weird at the end of the second movie.
He got a little goated in that sauce, you know what I'm saying? White boy goated in the sauce.
He's I don't know though, like I liked it. Like I liked him stepping up and like talking to the Fremen and being like,
yeah, when the Fremen are like, who are you to tell us what to do, like this and that.
He's
and
like,
then
your grandmother died in 1984. No,
yeah, like grandma. It's like everybody was freaking out,
and they're like, he is the one, and I'm like, he's been set. Like, how you followed him here to say that he was the one?
Yeah,
now you want to be like, oh, you're not the one.
So
that shut the fuck up.
That's the whole point. Is that's like people are going to be kind of like, I'm going to say defensive, but like very like cautious with what they're viewing, because Stilgar is the one that says that boy is possibly our savior, and everyone's like, well, I don't know. I mean, he does seem maybe, but I can't really say. And then he proved that point. That was the whole thing, was that to get everybody in one room to prove to all of them that I am the white boy goated in the sauce.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
He definitely proved everything to them. Yeah, it was super weird about the whole like, I'll marry this woman.
Okay, I think the real thing is, do you have any questions that maybe I might be able to answer?
Questions? I did, I just don't remember anymore. Fuck.
What was the sauce that he was goated in?
What was the sauce he was goated in?
It was worm juice. It's worm juice.
That was pretty cool too. And then they were all like, oh my god, he's dying. And they're like, he's breathing. What do you mean?
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, you wanted to kill him. And he's
like
no, we had to do this.
Like
Like, what do you mean?
the Christ allegories are like obvious in this movie. Like it's just like he
Oh, this
died
is
and
one
then
for one.
resurrected. Yeah,
This
the
is one for
Bible,
one. The Bible,
the Bible. Mhm.
the Bible. Yeah, it's just like the whole thing is like a Jesus thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I I really like. I don't know. It's weird because it's like the books take up a lot of time, especially the first book, because it tries to throw as much lore stuff and a lot of universe shit at you. There's even like an index at the end of the book to kind of like you read through to like whatever they said in the world or in the book to like look at like what the definition it is, and like it's just like all this stuff that like kind of you kind of have to remember, which I did because there was points in the book when I was reading, I was just like, what the fuck is that word? And then I go back to the index and it's like, okay, the Shai Halud is the giant worm that shows up in the book. I'm like, okay, so then I have to like go back to where I was reading. But
that shit was pretty AIDS having to read. Or every time they said something, I was like, maybe it's this thing. Whatever.
yeah, I mean the book obviously goes into more detail about like certain things, but the second book is a lot shorter. The third book I'm currently reading, it's like 60 something chapters, but each chapter is kind of short, to be fair, so it's not that crazy. Up until like you get to the ending, like around like maybe like probably like chapter 50 is where like the pages start to get a bit longer. But yeah, I'm not fully at the end of the book. I've only got to like maybe the third chapter of the third book, and so far
chapter 50.
It's like so because like I was looking at like the pages to see like, okay, how bad is it? Is it like essentially book one bad of like how many chapters it is, and the third book is not. But then I was looking at like how many pages each chapter is, and it's like, oh, it's not that crazy up until you get to chapter 50, where after 50 is the pages start to get longer to get to the next chapter. Yeah. So did you like it?
Yeah, I think movies 1 and 2 were good. I'm excited for 3 actually.
Dune Messiah is the shit though. It really is.
I've paid attention to the game story. I can't tell you anything off the top of my head because like didn't pay attention that good. Like I didn't remember that shit.
Yeah.
Like word for word, but it's been fun. I mean, like each mission doesn't feel terrible. Like me and my brother have had this conversation multiple times where like in World of Warcraft or any other MMO, Guild Wars, all this stuff, go kill 8 chickens, then come back. Okay, now go kill 5 goblins. Okay, now come back. Now do this, 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 now do this. And this one, it's it hides it a little better. Go pick up, I need 8 pieces for a speeder bike. Okay. Go get them the 8 pieces, bring it back. They give you like a description when you're done of like what they did. So like, okay, you got the speeder bike. We were able to rob these people, or we were able to do something for the cause or whatever, right? So it's interesting things. Some of them is kill stuff, but it's people in this one. So, go fight the sandflies or go fight, these people or these people, these people.
Yeah.
So I like it. I like it so far. It's very grindy. It's very much like build your base better than the other person and keep collecting material. That's it. That's the whole game.
So yeah, I played a little bit more of Dune Awakening. I didn't get that crazy far because I only got to like building your facility. But so far it kind of is hitting those marks with me that for some reason I like survival crafting games. I don't know why. But yeah, I do like the whole thing of like don't be in the sun for too long because you will fucking die from dehydration. Because yeah, that makes sense in the world. And then don't run on the sands because the Shai Halud is gonna hear you. So
I've crouch walked and still gotten caught.
Yeah, because he still senses you.
Yeah.
But I do like the fact that this is all a premonition of Paul's. Because that's the whole thing that Paul can do, is that he can see into other worlds, essentially, and see different outcomes. So this being essentially a vision of his, a vision of him not existing, it's just kind of interesting. It kind of gives a little bit more of an idea that, like, oh, Paul kind of has, like, godlike abilities. But it's cool to see that like this is a world that Paul has never existed or ever shown up, and then like a bunch of other factors start coming into play. Where like the starter car have to like basically take control of Arrakis because everybody's going nuts because there's no white boy goated in the sauce. So
Yeah, there are Atreides still.
yeah, that's what I'm saying, is that like they're there, and it is stated at the beginning of the game that like they had a daughter instead. Essentially, Jessica did the plans for the Bene Gesserit and had a daughter rather than having a son, because that's also one of the things that doesn't get explained, is that Bene Gesserit have the ability to literally like change the sex of their baby. So when Jessica got pregnant, yeah,
And they told her to have a daughter, and then she just didn't.
yeah, because she felt the fact that Leo wanted a son, and
So she felt bad for the dad.
yeah, that's why the Reverend Mother is like kind of all up in Jessica's ass most of the time, being like, you could have had a daughter. Yeah. Yeah, she's like, you could have had a daughter. Like, you could have stopped all
Yeah,
this.
but like, they're so corrupt, dude.
Oh yeah, the Bene Gesserit are fucked. They're essentially the Illuminati that only benefit themselves. That's how that works.
I started watching the TV show.
Oh god, I gotta watch the TV show.
It's not good.
Oh damn, that
But-
sucks.
Hold on. I'm saying it's not good. You will love it.
Cool. Because there's lore shit.
The opening part was like, oh, this is fucking. I hate this shit. I can't stand this in TV. They did it in the what's the dragons?
Oh yeah, because it's a prequel.
No. In the Dragon
Game of Thrones
TV show, Game
House-
of Thrones,
and
not in House of
the Dragons.
Jesus fuck Christ. In Game of Thrones, they like married their children off young, and in this, one of the Bella Gesserit or whatever, how the fuck you say that?
Bene, like Bene.
Oh, did I say Bella? And
Is,
Bene?
yeah, it's Bene.
All right, Bene Gesserit.
You got it.
Okay. One of Bella Delphine's now.
Belle defeat some of her bath water.
One of the Bene Gesserits is supposed to marry a 9-year-old, and immediately when they said that, I was like, no, I don't want to watch this anymore.
Yeah, it's like House of the Dragon all over again.
Yeah. So the next part is the girl that's supposed to marry him is, I don't know if she's like queen or I didn't really pay too much attention. I was like playing the Dune game while watching the show because I was like, oh, do both.
You heard, here's my husband, this 9-year-old. You just turned automatically and you turn off the game.
I actually I heard it and I looked at it and I was like, okay, I just kept going because I was like, let's see, because like the whole way they portray that their like relationship so far is like he's like motherly to him, like stop doing that or something, and I'm like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's like what she has to do, but the part that like ultimately got me after that was she wanted to really badly bang this other guy that was her age, and she went out for like a spice night or something. I don't fucking know, man. Whatever the fuck they do on this planet, they went to like a bar or something, and there was like club music and shit, and like they just end up having sex. And I'm every time like, I don't know why there's so much sex shit put in like these
HBO,
because I'm like, I get like you want to show like this person's promiscuous or really wanted to have sex with this person or whatever. But like, I really, for the next like 10 to 20 to 30 seconds to minute to 2 minutes, do not want to hear like moaning and whatever. And like, and if I'm watching with someone, God forbid I'm watching with someone, I don't want to fucking, I just feel so awkward.
Put on headphones, bro. Don't be weak.
I did have headphones on. I don't want to listen to it. So, but like the young marriage is fucking weird.
Yeah.
And then the fucking having sex shit is always fucking weird. And I'm just like, it's too much weird altogether. Like, I'm cool, man.
I think
just turned it the fuck off.
It's sounding really like just Game of Thrones, but in space.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll probably watch like first episode just to see what I feel for it. But yes, the Bene Gesserit are not.
If you can get through it, just let me know what happened.
Yeah, the Bene Gesserit are not good people because that's what they do. They go into different other people's bloodlines and basically create children for them. because that was the whole part that happened when basically the Reverend Mother explained to Jessica that if you were to have a girl, that girl would have been married off to a Harkonnen child, and then eventually throughout the course of the bloodline, we would get our Kwisatz Haderach. We would get our male Bene Gesserit. Yeah. So that was like the whole thing. But this is where the big thing is when you really think about it, is that like this is all kind of just like incestuous. Just to lead
I like the
to
Paul
that point.
storyline, by the way.
Oh, Paul shit.
Like, yeah, I like the Paul storyline. I like that one so far.
It's very Macbeth, if I'm thinking of it correctly, of how Macbeth's story goes.
I've never paid attention to Macbeth, so
I'm trying to remember Macbeth's story. if I'm quoting this right. But either way, it is technically a revenge story. When you really like get down to the nitty-gritty, because essentially it is Paul going after the Harkonnens for killing his dad.
yeah, I did like that at the beginning where Paul was like, I don't have to have revenge, and then later on he's like, I'm gonna fucking revenge everybody, bitch.
I'm gonna drink this worm juice and get my revenge.
My dad said revenge isn't good, but I'm not my
dad. Yeah, essentially.
Revenge.
So that's always been the funny part about Paul in general, is that like people want he thinks he has to live up to the expectations of his father being essentially his another version of his father, but then that kind of gets thrown out the window when he's like, oh, I can have visions now and I don't have to worry about that shit, so I can be my own person.
His papa.
Leto.
Okay. So fuck dude. You didn't play Firebreak. Let's talk about Firebreak.
Let's talk about Firebreak. Tell me about that Firebreak. I see a little bit.
It's good, you fucking piece of shit.
Yeah. How's that Night Rain?
I haven't played it yet.
You fucking bastard.
Wait, are you not gonna get it?
I'm gonna have to.
You know Wesley bought it, right?
I know. Yes. Fuck him. I know.
I don't know why he bought it. I guess because I bought it, but does he like Elden Ring?
He likes Souls games for the most part, but
has he played them?
I don't think he beat Elden Ring. He's played Bloodborne, and he's played
I had like 30 games in my fucking Steam account that I was ready to buy. It was like I was at like $300, bro, and I was like, Elden Ring, Night Rain, because I was like, Chonch won't believe it if I fucking get this shit, and I know we'll all play it because you guys love that shit, or at least I thought you did. Like I know you do. I didn't know Wesley did. And then on top of that, it's like I'm showing you why the reason it got to how much it was. I put Elden Ring in there because I was like, fuck it, I'll beat Elden Ring first, and then I'll go play Night Rain with them because I didn't know how long it would take for you guys to get Night Rain. And then I took everything out of my cart slowly because I was like, I'm not spending $300, bro. So I was just one by one deleting shit.
It's funny you're mentioning that now because I did buy some stuff, but I bought like stuff that didn't come out super expensive. Now, like everything that I have currently in my cart is like 170 something right now. And
see, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it gets to that point where it's just like, am I going to play this like immediately or should I wait a little bit?
So, yeah, because you're like, oh, well, if it's on sale in like another 3 months, I'll just buy it then.
Yeah, that's become kind of my problem now. Is that like, oh, I bought some stuff that was like $1 or $4 or $5 and or like 15 max, and then like now it's just like, oh, maybe like now I'm seeing like other games and shit that I'm like, oh, that looks cool. Oh, I never heard of this. Ooh, that seems pretty cool. And then it's just coming to this point where I'm like, I don't know if I should buy everything now. Maybe I should wait a little bit longer.
Yeah.
I
started playing Satisfactory with my friend again because I think I said this in the last podcast. I'm not sure. I upgraded his PC. I got him a new CPU, and it runs like he had a dual core processor. Now he has 6 or 8 cores in his processor.
Yeah.
Because he was running on an old Intel, and he couldn't run
Cyberpunk.
No, like League of Legends.
Oh damn.
That's an exaggeration because I think League would have ran, but he was playing like one of the that's what it was. The drug game.
Fuck, not something simulator.
Schedule 1.
There we go.
So we were talking and we're playing or whatever, and like he's like, Schedule 1 takes forever to load, and I'm like, what? And he was like, yeah, it takes forever to load. And I was like, no. So I looked at all his shit and I was like, oh, you need a new CPU. And I was like, you probably need a new graphics card because it's a 1050 Ti, maybe. I don't even think it's Ti. I think it's just a 1050.
1050, yeah.
So I was like, yeah, for your birthday, because he kept saying he wasn't gonna. He's like, it's too expensive, too expensive. Even though he just needed a motherboard because I was gonna give him the CPU I had.
Mhm.
So I bought him a $50 motherboard. It went down to $50, and I was like, cool. I'll just slap my shit in there. Blah blah. I put it all together here, brought it to his house, installed it, and he opens Schedule One, dude, and he goes, "It's at 60 frames," and I was like, "What were you getting before?" And he was like, "I was getting like 40. Sometimes it drops to 20," and I was like,
Oh shit.
He opened Satisfactory. He's like, "Holy shit, it doesn't lag," and I
What do
was
you
like,
mean? What do you mean it runs at 60? What do you mean?
"Yeah." So he has to put everything on low because his graphics card's ass, but like,
Yeah.
it's
It's just the
60 frames at you
yeah,
know low settings.
it's just like now the only thing that's bottlenecking it is the graphics card compared to before where it was essentially both of these things together.
Right? Yeah. They both were just taking a big old shit.
Yeah.
I have a 3060, and I really thought about giving to him, and I wanted to, but like, it was $350 when I bought it. If my graphics card breaks, I'll be so pissed.
Yeah.
That I'll have to go buy myself a new 3060 because I won't buy another 7900 XTX.
Yeah.
So I told him to look up graphics cards while we were talking. He looked them up and he was like, "There's like 700 of these things," and I was like, "Yep." And he's like, "I don't know what to buy," and I started like rattling some shit off, and he was like, he literally said word for word, he was like, "Oh, so is this what it sounds like when I talk about cars to you?" And I was like, "Yes." Because like, he'll be like, the controller arm is the thing that's actually not working, and like, you gotta put the ball joint in, and I'm like,
and you need this part in order to get this thing. Yeah. You need this part to get that part, and but if you don't have the correct part, it's not gonna work.
Yeah. So I told him, I was like, I can tell you what to buy. I was like, you're not gonna like the price because it's annoying. Like,
yeah, that's one of the things.
A 3060 right now is $300 with 12 gigs on it. And I was like, you want the 12 gigabytes? I was like, I wanted him to get a 7600 XT, just an XT, 7600 XT, because it comes with, I think, 16 gigabytes of RAM.
VRAM.
Yeah. So I was like, I think this is the one you should get. And then I remembered, I was like, oh fuck, he's using an NVIDIA card. I was like, you should get the 3060 because if there's ever an issue, it'll be more relatable to like
what
downloading just a driver.
Yeah,
what you have already. And I was like, if the fucking NVIDIA card or if the AMD card has an issue, I'm gonna have to come over and fix it. So I was like, you probably want the so I just explained it to him, and he was like, yeah, I think I'll get the 3060. And I was like, all right. The other part that I remembered is the 7600 / like a lot of the 7000 series, except for the XTX, depending on the variant of the card you get, overheats like a motherfucker. Most of them actually need to be taken apart and repasted.
Yeah.
At once they're bought, like not later. It's like right when you bought them, they're bad.
Yeah.
So I actually have a friend that like bought a card and then had an issue that it was his own fault actually, because he was doing the pigtail thing.
Oh yeah. So it's not getting proper amount of power. It's trying to draw more in when it can't. Yeah.
So he was having that issue, but when me and him were talking about it, I Googled his card, and there's a lot of people having an issue with that card that had to repaste their card. So like, even regardless of that, it could have been a problem with that.
It's just overheating in general.
Yeah. So like, it's like, I think AMD is good, and there is, and like, if you're willing to put the time into like fixing some of these things, like, sometimes you're gonna have a problem, you got to do that. But there's a lot of people that don't want to deal with it, and I know this friend, and I know he won't want to. So I would rather him be comfortable with what he gets. So I think NVIDIA is good. The Zotac card that I had gives you a free program to watch your temperatures. So, and you can turn on your fans whenever you want, which for me, I think your fans should be on all the time.
Yeah. Yep.
So, I'll do those settings for him and everything, and then he'll be fine. But it's gonna take. He said he's gonna wait for a sale, and I just didn't say anything. But like, I'll probably talk to him later. Which is, there's never a sale.
Black Friday, maybe Cyber Monday, but like even then, it's very tough. It's
Maybe 10%.
Yeah, it's very very tough.
So I mean, where the 3060 is now, it's probably not gonna get much cheaper.
Yeah, because it becomes this whole thing as well. It's just like you just got to wait for a price decrease, or even then, if a third party retailer decides, I have a shit ton in stock, got to get rid of it. Let me lower the price for the amount. Or used stuff can even be an option, but even then, it would just be really dependent. You kind of have to go in blindly with that kind of stuff.
Yeah, used I wouldn't do, especially for somebody that doesn't
really know about. Yeah. That's fair.
Again, I don't want to, like, I don't mind helping. I don't want to be IT 24/7. But yeah, I was really happy to help him with that. And then, like, the whole point of that conversation was, we got to play Satisfactory together, and it's a fun game. It's
60.
hard to play with two people. Only because, like, he was doing everything, and I'm like, well, what the fuck do I do? And then he was like, you go get concrete, and I was like, that's it.
Yeah, it's just
I want to build this shit.
It's just building, but like you gotta get the supplies and shit.
Yeah, it's a fun game.
Let me know when he gets Black Myth Wukong and fucking destroy his fucking PC.
Nah, he doesn't like those types of games. The games that'll destroy his PC are, he really likes driving games, and the fidelity on those are.
Oh yeah. You need a good fucking GPU for that shit.
Yeah, a 3060 will be, because I was using the 3060 for a long time, and that shit ran everything so good. I would love to see him get like a 3070 or a 3080, but they're so expensive.
It's just depending on the fidelity that he wants, because if he's good with like 1080p, then yeah, it's just,
his monitor is only 1080.
Yeah.
And if he ever talks about getting a new monitor, I'll talk to him about what he needs to do because like, if he has a 3060, you're barely getting 1440 because the frames are not going to go where you want them to be at, because I've tried it.
Yeah.
So like, I could do 1440.
Yeah.
But like, my graphics card was like,
yeah,
like, depending on the game for sure.
Yeah, because like my graphics card can it has no problem with 1440. It can do 4K, but 4K takes a lot more, like, it takes a lot more VRAM to do compared to like now, where it's like the 5090 has no problem doing 4K, and same thing with like the 40 series. Like, they have little to no problem with doing 4K.
We got a 3090, right?
I have a 3090. So this was before they started.
Problems with 4K?
Not necessarily. It can do it, but it's not like perfect. It's not perfect.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think my 7900 XTX is like, it's good with dealing with 4K, but there's like games I noticed that performance, like, I don't know, I just feel like my frames are never stable. And that, I do think that might be maybe a AMD issue. But this is my first AMD card, so I really don't know. Like, I can't be like, it's definitely this. I did update my BIOS today on my motherboard, because I thought maybe that might be the issue with my
with your frames.
My not frames, but my NVMe. So I don't know. There's a few things with my computer that I'm gonna take it apart and clean it soon. So maybe once I do that, maybe some things will be better. But I did play Control. I didn't beat it. You had made a joke, I think, and said play it with ray tracing. Was that a joke?
I don't know if it was me that said it.
You did, yeah.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Or you? I don't know if you were joking. Okay, I put ray tracing on. You were right if you were not joking, because I put the ray tracing on, and holy shit, like, that game I think might have been meant for ray tracing.
Yeah,
because it looks really fucking good with the ray tracing on.
That was one of those showcase games that, like, ray tracing is like, oh my god, it's everywhere.
I think that might have been why you were joking about it then. Maybe that's like because you knew, like, it was like
ray tracing. Yeah, ray tracing takes a lot of power from your GPU. So I think probably it was me that was joking, but like, I mean, it's dependent.
It's cool.
Yeah, It's because I believe ray tracing in Control also has options that you can do. So it's like low ray tracing or like high or ultra, that kind of shit. So it's really dependent on like, if you want to see your fucking reflection off the floor. Yeah.
I put
But
everything on ultra. I just was like, let me see what it.
what
I
it
was like,
does.
if it looks bad and it works bad, then I'll take it off. But it worked fine. My room turns really. It gets hot. My room gets hot when I play this.
That's kind of the whole point because it's drawing a lot of fucking power to show you that fucking reflection.
Dude, when I play anything that remotely makes the GPU go hot, it turns into a sauna in this bitch. I gotta open my door and shit. She's fucking Christ.
I have my AC on right now because like it's just my computer blows out a lot of hot air. But even then, it's getting to that point where like the cold with the hot air is just making everything feel like slightly above room temperature.
That's
Like,
not bad.
yeah, so it's like it's not crazy, but like I remember when I wasn't able to turn on my AC, and then I had this thing running, and it's fucking summertime. I'm like, I can't do it. That's why like at some points in the summertime I would not stream because it's just so hot in where I'm at.
Yeah. I was gonna do a speed run through shit that I played then real quick.
Yeah. Oh, but how far did you get in Control?
Oh, not far. I learned about the gun that killed the guy.
God, oh God, I got spit at myself because it's just the gun that killed the guy.
Like the president or whatever. Wasn't he like the owner of the?
Yeah, he was the head,
kinda?
the head director. He killed the gun that killed the president.
So he died, and then I fought a boss.
Mm.
And I made it to the telephone. That's the last thing. I made it to the telephone and talked to the boss guy to the telephone.
Yeah. A lot of
it's cool. It's not bad.
Yeah, the records that you pick up and read are like really, really good. I know, reading.
So much reading.
Yeah. But they're really worth it because like it's just like the thing that Remedy is really strong with is just writing. Their writing is incredibly strong. So even like little factoids or like little stories that are based in that world are fun to read. Because that was the whole thing about like Alan Wake's story. Like you find like little notes and stuff, and it's like, oh, like this is kind of goofy. Then when I played the Alan Wake DLC, the Lake House, and you're reading all these notes, and it's just like, oh, this is basically saying that fuck AI. AI is stupid, and like look how stupid AI is, and it's just like, oh my God, like it's really well worth it.
Okay. Some of the stuff does read to you, so
yeah, that's one of the good parts.
That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I like Control. Control's fine. I'll probably beat it.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be something I put in like my top like playing category.
Yeah.
But I really, really, really liked Firebreak. I think I beat it in 28 hours.
Oh wow.
Like top to bottom, finished everything.
Yeah.
I think something I learned recently is people were killing each other. Remember I had told you this about people killing each other for
for their loot,
or whatever that you pick up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's shared. So
no reason
Remedy couldn't put a fucking like loot is shared label somewhere, motherfucker. Because I've died, like I told you before, like I let someone die, because they let me die, and then I was like, cool, I'll wait for you to die and I'll pick all your shit up. No reason to it, right? Okay, I didn't know that. So I don't know. I mean, that's the worst aspect of that game.
Yeah.
The best of the game though is like the gunplay's really fun. I like that there's 3 classes, so like one person's fixing the mechanical issues, one person's fixing the electrical issues, and one person's a firefighter cutting all the fires out. And you're cooling your friends down when they get caught on fire. If they get sick with something, you can put them with water on them and that'll cure them too. You know, multiple illnesses and shit. The anomaly can follow you. That thing kills you immediately. Don't walk into it. So, you know, and like the multiple stages. There's the first stage, which is basically everything's on fire. So fire's bad. Second stage, there's sticky notes. Sticky notes cover you. If they cover you all the way, you die and turn into a sticky note monster. And then the third one where there's pearls that you got to pick up and they're radiation filled with radiation. And you got to pick the pearls up, put them into the thing and move the thing forward and win that way. Then you got to run back to the elevator every level and get your friends out. It's do this thing, then extract. I'm trying to think of the other levels. One of them's cold level, so everything's cold. You got to heat up the cold anomalies, and then that'll finish that area. Fire, pearls, cold. Oh, pink one. I don't know what the pink one is, but there's all this pink shit everywhere. Um, if you walk into it, it just attaches to you. You actually don't think you can die from the pink shit, but basically you just shoot it and it goes away. And you gotta get all of these like gears moving, and you destroy pink stuff by you destroy the pink stuff with the guns and then get the stuff moving. Overall, just like a fun like kind of zombie shooter feel.
Yeah.
I really think it's a good game. It's on Game Pass. Cool. Up the Liars Bar. Good game.
Good game.
Yeah, I met some German people the other night.
Nice.
They weren't racist, but the German people I met today were racist, so that was cool.
Oh, that's not cool.
Yeah. They said some things and I was like, I almost put energy into it by being like, do you think that like your edginess is like going to win the internet over? I doubt you're streaming. I doubt you're recording. It was just two people that were from Germany saying like the most vile shit. And I was like, this is how you both have fun. But I didn't say anything to them. I just left. And I was like, what a bunch of like, it's weird because like that type of shit kind of like transcends everything. Like it happens in America. I didn't know. I thought those people in different countries had more respect. Apparently not.
No.
Apparently there's just ultra racism everywhere.
Yeah, that's the world in general. Like racism has always existed, or some kind of prejudice. It's just more, I don't know. I feel like people come to realize that like, oh, it's more prevalent now because we live in an era where everybody can reach everyone else. So it's just, there's that, and then also the anonymity of like certain games where you don't know people's real names and like they're using usernames and this and that. So, but
yeah, it's just weird that like, I think because like I've seen this a few times where through whether it's TikTok, YouTube, any type of media, other countries will go, America is the problem and America's the most racist, and then I have this shit happen and I'm like, are we?
It's I mean, yes and no, but like I mean but it's everywhere though.
Well, I know, but that's what I'm saying is
yeah.
Like,
are we
sure it's us?
Are we the top racists is what you're saying? I mean, like, what's happening now seems a little I mean, I kind of got into it with my boss, and then I got into the whole conversation with my mom, but like what's happening now is we're kind of in the front running of like racist, but I mean, Israel was kind of like up there a little bit more.
Oh yeah, but like I just don't know. Like it's
who will be top racist?
I don't know. It's interesting when grown men think that
that being racist is funny.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. I don't know.
No, I never got it either. I really don't.
I don't know. It just felt really, again, like I'm playing a game that's pretty much made for kids. Like, why are you here doing this weird shit, bro?
It's all it is. It's just a superiority thing and just trying to look cool in front of your friends.
Yeah. But me and my friend had played the one that his computer got fixed. We played that the other night, and we just met some really cool people that were really like chill. And I was like, this is cool, man.
That's what I'm saying is that like with video games, you can find really neat people. You can find really cool people, and it's just like nice to chat with them about like their other interests or like what other games they've played. Bro, I was good. I don't know if I was going to mention this, but like I had a really like wholesome interaction with some guy that I met like off the street. I was going to go get food. I had a Resident Evil shirt on, and he's like, "Oh, hey, nice shirt." And I was like, oh, thanks. And then he turned around and he's like, hey, did you hear about the new one? And I was like, oh, yeah. And then we just like talked for like 20 minutes. And I was supposed to go get food for my family. And we're just talking about like different video games and stuff like that. And like, he asked me for my number. I asked him for his because we were both kind of like, enjoying each other's vibes. Now he texted me about like collector stuff because like he likes to collect controllers and has the same shit that I like to do. So. Yeah, it just happens. Like that's the thing,
man. That's fucking the world being dope, man.
Yeah. It was a very, very wholesome interaction. But yeah, it's just I don't get it, man. I never got the thing about the misogyny or like the racism on like competitive games, because like those fucking videos that I see of like female streamers like playing Call of Duty is just like abhorrent, and it's just like they're really good too. But it's just like these guys are just like, it's usually with their friends that they do shit like that, and it's just like, for what reason, man?
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Is that I never got it, and these are the same fuckers that are like complaining that like, I wish I could find a gamer goth girlfriend that loves the same shit that I love, while yelling these fucking obscenities to women on video games.
And then not being able to,
yeah, and they wonder why the male loneliness epidemic is happening. And it's just like, just be nice. That's all you have to. Like the bare minimum that you have to do is just be fucking nice.
Little bitty.
Little boot. But yeah, I don't know.
Oh, that's what I wanted to say. Remember, I said I could. So misogyny or something. Remember I said I could beat those people from Alien up?
Oh yeah, the women. I rescind that comment. No,
don't rescind that comment. So
I enforce it.
I reinforce it. Who? Oh, the people from Dune. I do not think I could beat those people up.
Oh, because they have vision. They have vision powers.
They have very magic powers.
Yeah,
and they're also all very cutthroat, murderous people. So
the one important female power, nagging you.
Well, no, they also use the voice.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They nag at you. Yeah. Or they make you put your hand in the Gom Jabbar. The hand and then the knife. Yeah. Yeah, that shit's cool.
The one when they got the son from the Hakarum or whatever his name was, the really weird guy, the nephew to the floating guy.
Oh,
white man. He's super white.
Yeah. Not Fade Routha, is it?
The one that fights in the arena?
Yeah, that's Fade Routha.
Yeah. So when the Bene Gesserits get him, and they're like trying to,
control him,
figure out his weakness or whatever, and she's like, he's really susceptible to sex, and I was like, go figure.
Yeah, that's what they do. That's what Leia Sadu was. That was her whole purpose. Leia Sadu was supposed to go over and be like, hey, Fade Routha, you fucking murderous psychopath, have a baby with me.
Yeah. So I will say, he would be the one person that I would think would not be persuaded by sexual like favors and shit. And then when she was like, oh yeah, he's totally easily like controlled by sex, I was like, I mean, he's a guy.
Yeah.
Like, let's be fucking like, it's probably not that hard.
Yeah.
Like,
I forget in the book if she has a kid with him. I think she does.
Probably.
Yeah.
It seems like they go off.
Yeah.
Oh no, wait. In the movie, he kills him.
Oh yeah, Fade Routha is dead. Yeah, he's dead.
Dumb bitch.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to remember.
She still might have sexed him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is that like, I don't remember in the book she does do it with him, so she's technically pregnant with Fade Routha's child.
Jones is just fucking dooning all over his brain right
now. I'm trying to dune right now, bro. I'm trying to get them Paul visions right now. I'm dooning. I'm about to dune.
Paul eyes turn blue.
Oh man, it's a good
cool.
series. It's a good series.
Okay, Liar's Bar, Dune Awakening, Killing Floor 2, Haste. Broken Worlds, Delta Force, Satisfactory, um, Chain Together. I've already beaten that myself, but I'm playing with my friend, and we couldn't get past the first fucking level. What a retard! Never mind. You know what I mean? A better word than that.
Canceled. Cancel.
Holy shit!
Woke.
Don't cancel me.
Uh,
Dale and Dawson. Rust. Holy shit! Rust is full of racists. Who would have fucking known? Also, you're not allowed to play the game because when you go in, people just automatically kill you when you walk in. And I wrote to the chat and I was like, "Hey, could I like could I play for a second?" And they were like, they wrote back the first. So I said, "Hey, can you guys not kill me? I want to try to like start my game up." I think like 6 people wrote back, uninstall and return the game. I'm not joking. Like the whole world was talking to me at that point. And I wrote back and I was like, "Oh, I'm just trying to be a nice person. Like, you sure I can't like get help here?" And they again wrote the same thing, like uninstall and leave. And I was like, "No, now I'm determined to stay here. Fuck you guys." So I didn't stay. Like my friend was with me and he couldn't load in, so I just left. But I will go back to that world and I will kill all of them and take over that universe.
So wait, you couldn't get into the game because every time you loaded in, they would just kill you?
Yes.
Oh wow.
That the videos, like, have you seen Rust videos before?
No.
Okay, so I have. I thought it was just like
Joke.
a few people would do these things. No, everyone in the game was killing me for no reason. I'm naked. You start out naked with a rock.
Yeah.
I gathered some stuff, murdered. Gathered some stuff, murdered. Gathered some stuff, murdered. I'm going back into that server and killing them all.
Jesus, man.
Oh, I will look up how to do this and I will do it properly. I bought Night Rain, haven't touched it yet because my friends hate me. I bought A Little to the Left. Have you seen that yet?
Little to the Left. It sounds familiar. Isn't that the organizing game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more of a puzzle game than it is organizing. It's like mixed. Very good. It's on sale for like $7. I would really highly recommend buying it.
I've been eyeing that because like I kind of need something to hit me like the same way that the Resident Evil 4 briefcase like kind of thing. There is a game technically, that is that.
I think the DLC for this game is what you're looking for that.
Okay.
Because there's a DLC version that's very like put it into a square box thing, and then I don't know if I've only played 10% of this game. I don't know if it's gonna show that part later or not.
Yeah.
But I will say the base game is fun. I do enjoy it.
Okay.
I bought Returnal. This is my second time purchasing Returnal.
Oh fuck.
I'm not Chonch. I will never buy another game twice again. Returnal is so fucking good. Because I don't have a PS5 anymore, I had to buy Returnal.
Damn, bro,
And
fucking
I'm
calling me out. I hate that shit. I hate when people call me out on my fucking flaws. Continue.
Well, hey, it's not a flaw. You enjoy what you enjoy. That's
I know,
fine.
but I have a problem every time I do that where it's just like, let me get the PC version of this game and see if it runs better.
I will say Returnal, surprisingly, PC or PS5, it's works both ways really well.
Yeah.
I've been very happy with that.
I still got to be Returnal, but
I bought a game from. I've talked so much already. I'm so sorry. I can't remember. I bought a Riot Games game called The Song of Nunu. Did I talk about this yet?
That sounds vaguely familiar, but go ahead.
I might have told you before, but I bought a game called The Song of Nunu by Riot Forge, which is Riot Games' gaming company that isn't Riot itself.
Yeah, it's like a branch. Yeah.
Right. They cut that branch off and stopped having them make games after they made about 5 games. I waited for The Song of Nunu because The Song of Nunu is $40 or $50 base.
Wow.
Did not want to pay that because I was like, it looks good, but I know it's only like 20 hours long.
Let me look at this. Yeah. Hold on. Continue.
When I bought it, I had frame issues the entire game, going from 200 frames down to like 5 over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked it up and everyone has this issue. Some people don't. It's probably a very specific graphics cards and setups that work well.
It's Tequila Works. Oh, that makes me sad.
The game itself is like super good. I love Nunu. I love Willump. Both of those characters are very good. It has a bunch of other characters like Braum and Lysandra and Anivia and like all these characters from League of Legends that I love. But the FPS just bounces, and it came out in like 2023.
Yeah,
So that makes me go, oh, they're not fixing it.
it's $7 right now.
I know. I bought it and it doesn't work. So I
Really?
just wrote to
Damn.
Steam and returned it. Yeah.
I
I bought,
it's mostly due to the fact that Tequila Works doesn't exist anymore.
well, that and Riot Forge is gone
Oh yeah, that's right. So there's really nobody
because they
to.
worked with them. So Windblown, I bought Windblown. Know what that is?
Yes,
Roguelike.
yeah, it's kind of Hades like, but it's some of the people that did Dead Cells.
I guess so. I don't know.
Yeah. Should I buy Song of Nunu?
No.
It looks very cute.
Buy it if you want to.
But I know none of these characters though.
Doesn't matter. You'll learn about League, I guess.
I like the big blue guy. He's very cute.
That's Willem. Nunu's a little kid.
Oh man.
See,
good review. Oh wait, no, I see one bad review. Oh, I see very good reviews, and then I see the one bad review, and it's you.
Nah, dude, I'm telling you, like, Google it, and you'll see. Hey, dude, maybe the 3090 works better. I don't know. I couldn't find a setting that would make it run right. So.
I need all the ray tracing for the Song of Nunu.
Windblown's okay, but I think I beat it. Like, I joined somebody's game and they rushed me, and like they were cool. Their lobby was called "I need someone to play with," so I was like, I don't know, like maybe they're bored. I'll just join them. And I was like, no one else is playing it, so I'll just hopped in there. We ran through some shit, and like at the end it said, "Thank you for playing the game. This is an early access. We hope you like it when it fully comes out." And I was like, wait, did we just beat this shit? Because it took like 20 minutes. And I was like, and the guy knew where all the secrets were.
Mm-hmm.
They took me like everywhere, and I was like, what the fuck? Okay. So I'll probably keep playing it on my own to like check it out. But
yeah.
I also bought Peak.
Oh, yeah. I haven't bought Peak.
Mm.
Looks fun.
Go through. I haven't played it yet. I need friends to play it together. I just saw you added Song of Nunu to your wish list. This fucking guy. If it works for you, I'm gonna be so disappointed.
I just send you a message. I don't know what the fuck you were complaining about, bro. This fucking good ass game.
You better fucking stream it then, you piece of shit.
It's a fucking good ass game. I don't know what you're talking about. That's really funny.
I bought a game called Motor Town, which was really fucking bad. I returned that shit. I played Remnant 2 recently.
Oh god. Yeah. I have a problem.
But still haven't played it?
Yeah.
I bought Arma 3. I'm sure I'll play that at some point.
Oh god. Mm-hmm.
Is that all I bought? I feel like I bought more games. Yeah, that's it. All right. Oh, I started playing Dead Island 2.
Oh, Dead Island. I thought Dying Light 2 for a second.
No.
Yeah.
Dead Island, man. And I played the Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4 demo.
How was it?
I'm very excited for that. It's good.
Cool.
God, the music's so fucking good in that game. That's it for me. A lot of shit.
Nothing you watched, just played? Well, besides Dune, I guess.
I was gonna say, I mean, I watched Dune.
Yeah, you watched the entirety of Dune. You had your own Dune moment.
I mean, I don't think y'all will care about this, but I watched the League of Legends pros for the Midsummer Invitational, and the way that people express this or explain this or whatever you want to say, or however you say it, about America versus the UK. Everyone always says the UK is better than America. Fuck you. The UK got knocked out before America this year, bitch. And America was one of the people to knock the UK out, bitch. And the other people that knocked the other UK team out, which had an American team member. So never, ever in the past 15 years of League of Legends history has an American member ever been traded to a UK team? But we have taken UK members into American teams because they're so good, which is true. Like I totally, by the way, believe that the UK is very good, and they've been good for years. They almost won a world championship at one point. They were in the finals for it. So we sent an American team member over to the UK. His name is Jojo Pyun, and he is from Canada originally. So technically, like, he's not American, but he is, because like I think we just take Canadians as if they were American anyways in the team. I don't know how that works completely, but like they don't have a green card for the game itself or something like that. It's like very, I don't really understand everything completely on that, but so they took him over there, and I had said to a friend, because we watched him, because he joined Cloud9 for America about a year ago or something like that, and he played like shit. And I was like, people are overhyping this guy way too much. He went to the UK, and that team beat every other fucking team in the UK this year. And I was like, okay, maybe he's pretty good. I don't know. I didn't watch those games. I don't really care. I watched them play in their first game in MSI, the Midsummer Invitational. They lost. I just want to double check that I'm right about that really quickly. And then they played the next match, which was against the LPL, which I think it's China. I'm really not sure which region that is, but it's either China, Vietnam, something. It's not Korea, because Korea has their own thing called the LCK. So they lost to them, and they lost bad. And I was just like, I said this before, like, these guys are just not good. Okay, yeah. So their first match in MSI, they lost to China, knocks them into the lower bracket. And then the team, this is the team's name, the fucking Flying Oysters.
Flying Oysters?
The Flying Oysters beat the UK's team called MCOY, which I don't know what that stands for. So MCOY got beaten by the fucking Flying Oysters. Bitch, if you get beaten by a team called the Flying Oysters, you fucking losers. Like, and by the way, like, it's not like I'm not insane for thinking this. Last year, the Flying Oysters were fucking ass. I think the year before that, they were fucking like terrible.
Hey man, they
were so bad that I thought they were from fucking Australia, because the Australian teams have always been known for being notoriously terrible. So like,
they stepped their shit up, baby.
No, they just have a bunch of like new Chinese team members.
Yeah.
Which like is good, because like China and Korea, those two regions are known. It is undeniably known that China, Japan, and Korea have the best League of Legends players.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know why, but apparently like they're just like mechanically better than everybody else at the game. And this year we learned that America, there's a point system, and I guess like we've never seen it before. It's like a behind the scenes thing that they showed us today, or like the other day. America is now 200 points above the UK now. And I was like, holy shit. I don't know, man. I guess like we're just good. So
we're just
goated. It's going to be interesting, because what is left is Korea, China, and Japan, I think, and America. So America could win it. I really fucking doubt we're going to win it, but if we do, I will not stop talking about it for a long time.
Fair enough. That's fair.
So that was the only other thing I think I watched. I can't remember anything else. So, but I love League of Legends.
Yeah, I can tell. Besides that fucking Song of Nunu.
It doesn't work, man. If it works for you, let me know.
It looks cute.
Yeah, it looks super fun.
Yeah. You would know if you were able to play it.
I played about 30 minutes, and like, if I really wanted to, I could play through it. It would just be very unenjoyable. So that's why I was like, I'd rather just get my $8 back.
Yeah. Just go play, was it Rhyme?
Played it already. That was a good game, though.
Just play it again.
No, fuck you.
Or play Guilt. Guilt is pretty good.
Guilty Gear?
Sure. by
I
Guilty
don't know
Gear.
what Guilt is.
Guilt is the other Tequila Works game. That was the thing I streamed during Spookytober.
Oh, I don't drink tequila.
Oh, okay. Anything else?
No, that's it.
You didn't get Death Stranding? Come on, bro. It's $15.
No, I've already spent enough money.
Just get it for the fetus. No Maritas and the fetus.
Shut the fuck up. Did you buy the second one?
Yeah, I have it. I haven't booted it up yet because I plan on streaming that, but I guess I'll get to that in my week.
You gotta stream it, dude.
Yeah. Anything else you got?
No, I'm done.
All right. Besides my bullshit, I finally made cheesecake. I did it. I did.
Nice.
Yeah. Finally made my cheesecake.
How was it?
Came out really good. The only person whose approval that I need the most is my mother's because I live with her. She really liked it. I brought it to my cousin and her husband's house. They had 2 pieces, so they really liked it. Hold on, let me send a picture of what this thing looks like. This was a project and a half, you know. It do be like that sometimes. But it was I'm really glad that it came out really well. So yeah, that was my cheesecake. As for other shit, I've been reading a little bit more. Obviously, I'm reading the 3rd book of Dune. The other thing I'm reading, I'm still trying to get through Into That Darkness. But I was kind of explaining it to my cousin, is just like reading this book and seeing what's happening now in this political climate is kind of hard because just like everything kind of like loops around, like everything is circular and we just don't learn from our history. Yeah, it's my cheesecake. Leave my cheesecake up there. It's just a picture of my cheesecake. Yeah. You just have a picture of my... Yeah. Eat that cheesecake.
Oh, no! No, I lost it.
There it is. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah.
Okay.
So... Yeah, so that was a good time. I made the chocolate ganache. I made the crust. Well, the crust I didn't make. I just used Oreo cookies, but the filling was the thing that I wouldn't say took my time, but like that was the thing that I was very worried about in coming out pretty good. But it did come out pretty good. Yeah. Look at that shit. Look at that. I'm very proud of that. What was the other thing? So yeah, reading. Watching movies. I've been watching mostly tokusatsu shit. I've been watching. I finished Kamen Rider Black. That was good. It's obviously meant for children, but it was still pretty fun. It leaves in a very sad note, which is surprising. Especially it being for the 80s, but I wouldn't say surprisingly, but like there is a sequel for Kamen Rider Black, which is Kamen Rider Black RX, which is the follow-up of that series. I haven't started it because right now I'm currently going through a bunch of Ultraman stuff because I was like, you know what, let me watch like the newer Ultraman shit. So I watched Ultraman X and it was good. But the one thing that threw me in for a loop is that I watch a lot more Kamen Rider than I watch Ultraman. So I didn't know that the newer Ultraman stuff really relies on cameos from previous Ultraman. So it's like Ultraman from like 1998 is here for some reason for like an episode. Or like Ultraman from 2005 is here to hang out for a little bit. And it's just like, oh, this is weird. So then I got really confused because then an Ultraman by the name of Ultraman Zero shows up. And I'm like, oh, what show is he from? Is it Ultraman Zero? You know, the show? No. Ultraman Zero is a special made Ultraman that was made during, like, I want to say, like, the late 2000s? Because this was during a period where the company that makes Ultraman, Subaria, didn't know what they were gonna do, because their previous Ultraman show did relatively well, but then afterwards they didn't know what they were gonna do, so they kind of took a break. But instead of completely abandoning Ultraman in general, they were like, let's do a side story that includes Ultraman stuff in it. So I was like, all right, what the fuck is up with Ultraman Zero? Why is he really important, and why does he show up in like the later Ultraman stuff? So I was like, let me go on Reddit, see what the fuck is up with Ultraman, specifically Ultraman Zero. So it's like, where do I start watching Ultraman Zero stuff? The Ultra Quest, or excuse me, Ultra Galaxy Mega Monster Battle. And it's like, what the fuck is this, and how does this connect to Ultraman Zero? I watched both seasons, Mega Monster Battle and Mega Monster Battle Never Ending Odyssey. And I was like, these are fun. Don't get me wrong, these are fun. It's essentially just Pokemon, but with monsters from Ultraman. But the sick part, the fun, the incredibly fun part about this series is you just have two men in rubber suits dressed as Ultraman monsters, essentially doing wrestling moves on one another. And it's the sickest shit in the world whenever I see just a man in a rubber suit just doing like a fucking suplex on another guy in a rubber suit. And it's the goofiest shit in the world, but it's so much fun. The only thing that I would have to say is that the main character, his name is Ray, the actor really hams it up. But it's one of those things where you're like, he's in a kid's show, so it's like he's not going for a fucking Oscar performance. So he's really hamming it up. But everyone else in the series is pretty fun, like the rest of the supporting cast, especially the captain character, the boss, essentially is what they call him. He's really fun. He feels like a dad character. So then after finishing that, you watch the movie called Mega Monster Battle Ultra Galaxy the movie. And it's like, okay, it's a follow-up to the second season, about like the Pokemon stuff. But it introduces a villain by the name of Ultraman Belial. Who is Ultraman Belial? Oh, he's essentially the Broly of this universe. He's Ultraman Broly, where he just wants to conquer shit, and he's been corrupted by dark energy. And it's revealed that, oh yeah, there's another Ultraman that might be able to defeat Belial, who's Ultraman Zero, and that's where Ultraman Zero is introduced. And it's a very okay movie. Obviously, the fighting parts are a lot more fun compared to the actual plot itself, which you can kind of take it or leave it. So, which I was surprised that it was produced by Warner Brothers. So the CG does not look that good. Because the movie came out, I want to say in like the early not the early 2000s. The movie came out like 2009, I think. So it's a little rough with its CG. So after I finished watching the movie, I was like, okay, let me watch the other Ultraman Zero bullshit. So these are all like side stories and a follow-up movie. So the follow-up after the first movie is called Ultraman Zero versus Darklops Zero. And it's so goofy, but it's kind of fun because it's like Ultraman Zero fights basically an alternate version of himself that's a robot named Darklops, and it's revealed that Darklops comes from a different universe. And it's like, oh, what do you mean he comes from another universe? And at the end of the Darklops thing, it's revealed that Belial survived at the end of the first Ultraman Mega Monster Battle thing. So Zero has to fight Belial again. But this movie, this is the movie that I was telling you like during our Discord conversation that I was watching. That movie is really fun. Revenge of Belial is a lot. It's really, really fun. Because it feels like Ultraman Zero's dedicated movie, which I think is great. Because I had a little funny thing where I was like, okay, what's the watching order for this thing? Because it's not explicitly said on the fucking box. It's like, oh, one disc comes with Darklops Zero, and then Killer the the Beat Star. So after I finished watching Dark Cloud Zero, I was like, let me watch Killer the Beat Star. And then it just like at the beginning of Killer the Beat Star, it just says, oh, we defeated Belial again. Like, what? I didn't watch the movie. So it's like basically go back, watch the movie, and then watch Beat Star. So I was like, okay, but I'll watch that eventually. So I'm going through the Ultraman Zero shit, the Ultraman shit. It's really funny, the budget as well for these shows, because of the fact that there's a scene where you have these futuristic aliens come out and say that this is our headquarters, and you have a lady on a throne, but the headquarters looks like a shopping center, just like it looks like an abandoned shopping center. And I'm like, they didn't have a set or anything. They just went to a shopping center and was like, ah, fuck it, let's make it look like the headquarters of an alien base. Like, it's really, really goofy. But when I started losing my shit was when in the Ultraman Zero movie, they reuse that set, that shopping center again, to basically make another alien headquarters. I started losing my shit because literally in the corner you can see like the signs that say, like in Japanese and in English, is just like, please be cautious, like shit that is meant for a shopping center. Basically be like, be mindful of your surroundings and shit like that. It is so funny, it's so goofy, and I enjoyed every bit of it, of the Ultraman stuff. But Ultraman X, really fun. I really recommend it. It's basically Ultraman uses armor from different Ultraman monsters, which I think is also really fun. I'm probably going to go through a lot of the Neo Heisei Ultraman stuff, but I needed to watch Zero to understand why Zero is so important. And basically, to sum it down, is that he is essentially the lead into like the new generation of Ultraman stuff, which is very crazy to think about. But yeah, that's how he works. Is that he was meant to basically get the younger audience into watching newer Ultraman stuff, so he makes cameos every once in a while, even to the degree that one of the Ultraman series is his son. So it's like he's important to, like, he's very integral to the new era of Ultraman shit. Because as somebody that's coming from Kamen Rider stuff, I was very confused of just like, who the fuck is this guy? Who is this guy? Why is this guy show up? And it's like, what is happening? Why are these like different Ultramen showing up out of nowhere? And it's like, no, apparently cameos are very important within the Ultraman world, where compared to Kamen Rider, the only time a cameo happens is like in a movie that's supposed to be kind of like the leeway into the new series. Because with Kamen Rider stuff, it's just like, it's its own story. You're only focused on these Kamen Riders. That's it. Minus the earlier Kamen Rider shows from like the 1960s up until like the mid 80s, where Kamen Rider Black was the first in the Kamen Rider series to stray away from the earlier Kamen Rider stuff, where it's like, this is a Kamen Rider, this is his story, that's it. We're not introducing Kamen Rider, from 1960s in this show unless we do like a crossover movie.
Right.
So that is one of the things that I was kind of thrown in for a loop when watching the Ultraman stuff. So yeah, it's still enjoyable, for the most part, but the choreography has changed a lot, obviously, because I watched the 1966 Ultraman, and it's like, yeah, it's really rough, but like you have to kind of take in consideration, like, this is the first thing that they're doing for the series, so nothing is going to be super perfect. Even like the face model of Ultraman is a little janky when you first see him, and through the progression of years is when they start to actually fix it. So it's funny to see, how it progresses and like where it is now, especially seeing Ultraman X, which came out I think in 2011 or 2012, and it's like obviously the budget like is a lot better because they're doing CGI stuff, and like some of the transformation looks a lot better and the choreography looks a lot better. So it's really interesting. And the other thing I didn't take into consideration, these fucking series are short. This is like 22 episodes compared to fucking Kamen Rider Black that I just finished. That's like 49, almost 50 episodes. and it's just a dude in a fucking plastic suit slapping fucking rubber men. It's like that's the craziest part, is that like the Ultraman series are incredibly short, but that has been taking up most of my time, is just watching these things and kind of like getting an idea of like, okay, what is the series in general. And this has kind of gotten me in a point where I kind of want to go back and watch the next old ass Ultraman show, which is Ultraman 7 or Ultra 7, I should say, because technically he is Ultraman Zero's dad. It's very convoluted, it's very goofy, but I like it because it's fun. It's having fun with itself. It knows what it is. It's catered to children. It just essentially is for you to be like, oh yeah, rubber suited men fighting one another. It's just fun. So yeah, Ultraman has been on my watch list for a good ass amount of time. Other stuff that I watched Loki season 2, which was pretty good. Kind of sad how it ends, but it was all right. Also a little sad about the whole Jonathan Majors thing, because he's very solid in that show. What else did I watch? I watched the Vin Diesel movie, The Last Witch Hunter.
I'm looking this up.
What happened?
Looking it up.
Because he did another movie
He
called...
looks like Blade.
Yeah, he's essentially Blade, but with witches. Because he had another movie, I think it was Bloodshot, which I think that was based on a graphic novel.
Yeah, 2015.
Yeah. It was okay. It stars the lady who was the Wildling girl, Jon Snow's girlfriend. Yeah.
Watching it.
Okay. It stars her.
I'm fucking okay. Me like I'm weird. Fuck you.
No. Because like she's fine in it, but it's like it's one of those movies where it's just like it's okay for what it is. You know.
That's probably a terrible movie. But
yeah, it's okay for what it is.
Maybe she hot. Okay. Elijah Wood's in it.
Yes, Elijah Wood's is in it. Yeah.
It's actually some big names. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because Michael Caine, I believe, is also in it. Yeah. And the main villain itself, he's very uninteresting. I kind of feel bad for that actor because they just gave him nothing. So yeah, I watched that. I watched Transformers 1, the animated movie, starring Chris Hemsworth as Optimus Prime, and Keegan-Michael Key as Bumblebee. And it's weirder than it sounds, but it's a good movie. It's a very good movie. I highly recommend it. If you just want to like a Transformer thing, it's very good. So, speaking of animated shit, I watched Predator Killer of Killers. Have you heard of this?
Oh. Killer of Killers.
Killer of Killers. Predator Killer of Killers. If you liked the Predators movie with Adrian Brody, the one where the Predator is hunting people from different eras, this one will kind of hit those notes. But essentially, I thought it was a TV series. It's a movie. It's essentially you follow 3 people from different periods of Earth. So the first one is a Viking lady, the second one is a samurai ninja man, and the third one is a World War II ace pilot. And it's good. It's good. I liked it. It's by the director that did Prey.
What year did this come out?
This came out this year. It's
Killer
on
of Killers?
Killer Killers. Came out this year on Hulu.
Okay.
It's good. I recommend it if you like Predator and Prey.
TV show or movie?
What happened?
TV show or movie?
Movie.
Okay.
So yeah, if you got Hulu, go watch it. It's pretty good.
Okay.
Now let's talk about video games.
Hell yeah, dude.
Hell yeah. So, before shit that I bought, shit that I actually beat and played. You ever play Undertale?
No.
So I did my normal playthrough of Undertale. It's very charming. I can see why people like it. It's very good. It's very funny. There's a lot of very funny moments. Funny too that like I think Toby Fox, the director of Undertale, the creator of Undertale, is like, if you've never played a Earthbound game or Mother 3, he's like, you can see that like I basically like lifted off a lot of stuff from those games. Like those were my inspiration to make Undertale. And Undertale is a very charming game because of how goofy and weird it is, while keeping kind of a underlying tone of melancholy, but also like a sinister feeling.
Like a little Undertale, huh?
I like it. It's very cute. But I recommend it. I really recommend it because it does a lot of fun things in the game where it's like there is a character that you meet by the name of Flowey, the flower. And Flowey, if you know Undertale, a lot of people would say that Flowey is like the most evil character in that game. Play it, or yeah, I would say play Undertale to kind of understand what I'm talking about. But like, there is a moment where I have to give credit to the design of the game, because you can essentially do two things within the world of Undertale, or three things kind of, where you can play the game by not killing anybody, by showing them mercy, or completely kill everything. And then there's a third option of just going kind of normal, of like killing and then showing some mercy at times. But you can go either or direction. I did a thing where I fought one of the tutorial boss, and I ended up killing her. And I was like, I didn't feel good about that. So I restarted the game. And then I showed mercy instead. So as I was going through the game, eventually I meet Flowey again. And Flowey talks with me, and he's like, oh, I know what you did, motherfucker. I know that you restarted the game. Because you did.
What?
He's like, I know that you didn't like killing her. But know this. There are going to be people that you meet that you're going to have to kill. And then he fades away. And I'm like, what? I was like, what? I was like, all right, game, you got me in. You got me. When you do shit like that, that's really good.
Wait, how could it tell, though?
I think there's something in the code of the game itself. I that's one of the interesting parts of, I think somebody had an interview with Toby Fox that he coded the fuck out of this game. So the game registers certain things. I guess something in the game registered at the fact that I restarted essentially. And Flowey, because Flowey is very important to the plot of the game, was basically taunting me, being like, I know, like in the code, I know that you killed her the first time, and I know you restarted. So it's just one of those things where it's just like, I don't know code-wise, but as somebody playing the game just overall, you know, without any knowledge of coding, it's just like, oh fuck, that's really cool. That's really cool and really menacing. That's yeah, dude, I felt chills when this fucking evil flower thing told me, I know you restarted. I know what you did. And I'm like, whoa, that's fucking wild. That is wild. So the game, after I beat it, the game essentially encourages you to do another playthrough. And you can go in whatever direction that you want. But you have to know that it's going to be a little bit tougher. So I'm trying to go through it in a no-kill run again, because that's what I did in my first playthrough. I didn't kill anybody. Because obviously I felt bad killing the tutorial boss. So there's something that happens towards the end of doing another playthrough that is very prevalent to the plot. Even doing a playthrough of killing everybody is also very prevalent to the plot as well. So there's a lot of neat things that I didn't know. So my dumbass decided, let me look at an Undertale lore video. And then the lore video goes into like a description about playing the game if you kill everybody, and like how that is very important to the plot, because it starts introducing other characters that are important to the what they call the genocide run. And it's like, oh, like this game is so involved in how you play it that it needs to basically say that, like, you played this game a certain way, here's what's wrong with doing that. And it's like, oh, okay. Undertale is very good. That's all I have to say. But
I'm looking at it right now.
What happened?
I might buy it. I'm looking at it right now.
It's good because I kept hearing how good Deltarune is, and Deltarune is also, like, I hear very, very good because the new chapters came out. But yeah,
wasn't Deltarune kind of like a sequel to this or no?
Yes and no. I believe it's a prequel.
I'll put it in my cart. We'll see.
Okay. Yeah, Undertale, very good. Like I said, that shit with fucking Flowey coming to me and being like, I know what you did, motherfucker. I was just like, all right, hooked. I'm hooked in this game. But it's also very charming with its characters and stuff like that. I like it. I will be doing my second run and then eventually playing Deltarune.
I need to be real quick. Is that okay?
Yeah. All right. We're taking a pause. All right, we're back. Back. What was I talking about? I was talking about video games. Oh yeah, Undertale. Undertale is good as shit. Yeah, Undertale is very good.
Sounds cool.
I really recommend it. I really, really recommend it. As for other stuff that I completely finished, Clear Obscure with a better.
Don't spoil it.
I'm not, because it does a very, very good job of what it does at the end. And I think you need to experience it. Wesley needs to experience it, and then we can have a conversation about that ending of Clair Obscur. I'm
having trouble getting back into it.
Well, I mean, we had a conversation earlier about your computer physically refusing to play it.
It keeps crashing, so like I don't
That's
know
weird.
what the issue is. I wrote to the people on Reddit about it, and like maybe 3 or 4 other people were like, I have the same issue and a 7900 XTX. And I was like, cool, like at developers question mark, you know? Like,
yeah. Like, what do we do?
Nothing, because it doesn't matter.
You tried doing a clean installation of your drivers? Yeah.
Yep.
Damn. Yeah. I have no
and
idea.
It worked for a little bit.
But something's just fucking up.
Sounds like maybe there's a cache that needs to be cleaned every once in a while.
Yeah, could be that, or... Well, actually, no. Then I don't know, because does an error screen pop up? Like anything related to...
Yeah, it says something about the drivers. Like your driver failed or something.
Yeah. Very weird. Very, very weird.
It's like, there's times where like I can play for 10 seconds and it happens. I don't know. I thought maybe it might have been when I was streaming and then I didn't stream one time and it happened. And sometimes I can play for 2 hours and then it happens. Like, just differs time to time. Not very consistent.
So it's the inconsistency that like really fucks you up. That would suck, especially when you're doing a boss fight, that it just crashes.
Yeah. It's never been a boss fight, which is like,
well, I just jinxed it now, baby.
Probably.
But yes, everything that game does is incredibly well done. The
music's so good.
The theme of grief is huge.
Yeah.
And I remember you asked the question of like, do you think this game could get a sequel? Yes. So keep that in mind. When you eventually beat the game.
Obscure 33, 5, 9, 42, and 1. I love that song. I saw a TikTok and there was, I guess the person was French, and they were like, when we were living in Paris or whatever, and like they're playing the song and they're like singing to it, and I was like,
yeah,
I don't like Paris, but I love that song.
Apparently the lyrics have the lyrics for Clair Obscur like is a lot. Like it's very important to the story apparently.
Well, like I don't remember. There's something like light and dark or something about Clair Obscur.
Because literally the term Clair Obscur is an art term to describe the light and the dark.
Well, okay,
yeah. But
My brother explains it to me because he's more fine art, man.
I was about to say because your brother is French. Is he a Frenchman?
Oh, that art motherfucker is like, oh, I know so much about art, and I'm like, Claire obscure.
Hey, as a former art fucker, I the theme at the end was just one of those things where it was just like I got really heady about it, but it's very, very good. I gave a whole review at the end of the game and my final part on YouTube. So if like I said, when you eventually beat that game, we can talk about it because it's a very good game. It is a contender for GOTY for me.
I very specifically skipped your streams because I was like, I don't want to know.
There's a lot of good shit that happens.
Yeah,
but
there's a bunch of side quest shit too. There's a lot in that game.
A lot. So that was the thing that I was doing when I got to the end of the game, was just like, do I do these side quest stuff? I heard about these locations in certain other places, but essentially there's like 2 super bosses that you can do, and they're really, really tough. But they're really cool.
Oh, yeah.
So
I think I've seen some of the extra boss people.
Yeah. So there's that. Basically what I'm doing right now on my off time is just going back and like doing the stuff that I didn't do, like the other super bosses and like getting pictos and specific things like that to go after them. But yeah, I didn't get too crazy with like the ending part. On top of that, I think with me ending the game, I should have realized that I can load an old save file if I just scroll down a little bit lower. But I didn't see that, so I ended up watching something else on YouTube for that, because it was just this whole thing. Anyways, but yeah, Claire Obscure, my GOTY contender currently. So those were like the only 2 things that I beat so far. As for stuff that I played like some stuff once in a while. I'm looking at my Steam list right now. Been playing a little bit of City of the Wolves, Fatal Fury. Stuff that I bought from this sale and like certain other places as well. Hold on. I was played release date, last played added to library. Okay, so stuff that I bought on sale. Obviously, Dune Awakening. I bought.
About that.
Yes. The Altars was a game that I also got. This game looks very interesting. Apparently there was news that came out saying that they kind of use generative AI for the subtitles, for their translated subtitles, which that got a lot of flack, because for like other languages, for some reason they use ChatGPT, and it says in the subtitles like the prompt and then what it translates to. Like, it's very bizarre. It's very weird, and I feel bad because they didn't check it. So the really goofy part is that they had translators for other bits of the subtitles, and the translators are coming out making statements being like, they never told us that they use AI for like parts that they wanted filled in. Like, they could have just paid us to finish it for them. But yeah, I don't know. But overall, the Altars seems really cool because I heard like the premise and like all this other stuff that like it is very, very interesting. You ever see the movie Moon with Edward Norton?
So yes. Oh shit, The Altars. Yeah, wait, this has
Edward Norton? No.
no AI bullshit with it?
Yeah, it's just the subtitles from what I understand. But
it's so unfortunate because like this looks really cool.
It does. But the other I did. But the I'm going to play it because it's going to be my own time. But that is an unfortunate thing, and I think that really marks the game in a very weird light because of the fact as well that 11-bit Studio, the studio behind the Altars, are kind of promoting a lot of AI shit, and it's really goofy to the extent where everybody's just like, how can we take your word that not all the game is AI? Because you guys have been like pushing AI a shit ton for some reason. So yeah, it's a very weird situation for the Altars. But I'm not sponsored, and this is my own money. So
are you sure it's called Moon and not Moon Rises?
No,
Norton?
Moon. Moonrise Kingdom is a Wes Anderson movie. Moon No, not Edward Norton. I'm sorry. Sam Rockwell.
Oh yeah, we talked about this a long time ago.
Okay.
We watched this.
So yeah. Alters is giving off moon vibes.
Yeah, right. Yeah, where you die and then you do. Yeah.
Oh no, there's more. There's a lot more to the plot.
It's like there's like a bunch of like it's about your multiverse self.
Yes,
thing, right?
different alternate versions of you, the alters.
Okay. Oh right, like he might meet himself or something. Yeah. Okay.
So there was a lot of stuff that I was hearing from a podcast talking about how like the game gets really crazy with like different alternate versions of you, of your character Jan. So that's what really piqued my curiosity, up until the point of like, we used AI because we didn't want to pay the translators again. Yeah, it's not great. But anyways, I also picked up Silent Hill 2, the remake. I'm saving that for Spookytober. Or I might play that at some point. Because Silent Hill F is coming out this year as well.
Yeah, I'm so excited for that.
Yeah, that one looks really good. So I don't know if I want to play another Silent Hill game back to back, with this. So I'll probably be playing that a little bit earlier. September.
Okay.
September.
I've never played a Silent Hill game before. I've watched other people do it, but I'm going to play F.
1 still holds up. For a PS1 game, Silent Hill 1 still holds up.
No.
Fair enough. So
the art's too old.
The art is cool. Yeah. Other stuff that I picked up, Valiant Hearts. You ever hear about this? This is an Ubisoft game, but this is like during their era of like getting like art house kind of developers to make their stuff. I always wanted to pick this up, so I picked it up. What else did I get? I got This War of Mine.
Okay, I know what that is.
That looked pretty neat. I got Star Wars Battlefront 2 because it was super cheap. Because I've been meaning to play it again.
Oh, Valiant Hearts is a war game.
Mm-hmm. It's like a side-scrolling war game, kind of.
Huh, okay.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be based in World War One.
World War One.
So the other stuff that I picked up was Sable. I don't know if you've seen gameplay of that. I like the art style for that, so like that looked pretty cool. Solitude, which is like that little kid on the boat. It's by EA.
Okay.
So what else? I Am Alive. Do you remember this?
No.
This was like a Last of Us game, but before Last of Us.
Shit.
Yeah.
Mixed reviews.
Yeah. That's why I picked it up, because it's mixed.
Look bad.
But this came out on like the PS3.
Oh, it's $3.
Yeah. The other stuff that I picked up was Saints Row the Third remastered. Crypt of the Necro Dancer and its sequel Rift of the Necro Dancer.
Oh, the one where they dance, you like do it to the beat or whatever.
Yeah, because I never played that.
I've seen that all over.
Oh God, sorry. I burped. Planet of Lana, which that looks kind of neat. Because I saw the sequels coming out, and it's like a little side-scrolling game. Pretty much, I picked up stuff from my Steam Deck. That's what I did.
Okay.
I got this game called Fe, F-E, and it's like this little like iron little guy. It's also an EA game. Let's see what else. Dead Light, which is a side-scrolling zombie game.
F stands for iron or no?
I believe so. I believe it's supposed to be iron, but it's called Fe.
Yeah.
Fury with an I. Because I remember playing this on my PS4 and I never beat it. And then I heard that like more stuff got added to it, so I got it again.
I'm gonna pick it up. It looks like Hades.
Yeah, yeah, it's good. It's a boss rush game. It's really good. I believe the character designer is the same character designer as Afro Samurai. Okay, so that Hotline Miami 2, because I love Hotline Miami 1. So I picked up the sequel. Child of Light is the other Ubisoft game.
So much fun.
Child of Light, really?
I like Child of Light, yeah.
Okay, so I'm playing that.
I played the shit out of it when I was a kid.
So I picked that up. Call of the Sea, which is another game that looks really interesting because it's like a puzzle game. It's a first-person puzzle game.
You had talked about this a long time ago. I don't think I was too interested in it, but you have to let me know how it is.
Yeah, I'll let you know. But I say, when does this Steam Summer Sale end?
The 10th.
What are we on? 6?
Yeah, tomorrow's 7th.
Okay. I don't think Call of the Sea is that long, but either way. Let's see, what else did I pick up? Oh, this really weird game. Well, 2 weird games, but they look really cool. One called Labyrinth of the Demon King. I heard about this from a YouTuber by the name of EuroThug4000. She makes really good like lore stuff about horror games. I was really interested in Siren, so she made a whole like lore video about Siren, and she also does like recommendations of like other weird horror games. So this was like on her list as well. Labyrinth of the Demon King, and it's basically like a first person, almost like PS1 looking game that's supposed to be like kind of like God, what is it called? The From Software game Kingsfield. It's very weird looking, but it looks really cool. And then this other game called Skin Deep. I started playing a little bit of it. It is a very goofy game, but it is an immersive sim stealth game. It's pretty fun. I really like the goofy shit that it's doing. It's pretty fun. Where you're playing an insurance commando, I think they call it, and it's just so goofy. It's incredibly goofy. Where you're up against like pirates who have the ability to basically respawn themselves by detaching their heads and going to like a location to respawn a body. It's very, very goofy in that sense, and you're saving cats. So yeah, Skin Deep. So that's basically the stuff that I've bought. There's other stuff that I plan on buying, but my bitch ass doesn't know when to stop. The stuff that I currently have in my cart is Sonic Frontiers. I don't know why. I kind of want to play a 3D Sonic game.
Every once in a while I have like
the urge to play
hankering for like a Sonic 3D game.
I don't know why.
What is the fuck, man? It was a really old one, like Sonic and Friends or some shit.
The Sonic CD.
You keep talking, I'm gonna look it up.
Okay. Secret of Mana, Trial of Mana, this game called Enigma of Fear, Lunacid,
Sonic Heroes.
Oh yeah, Sonic Heroes.
My mom bought it for me when I was a kid. Like just randomly out of the blue, she was like,
"Here
from school," and she handed it to me, and I was like, the first time she's ever bought me a video game, just to buy me something. And I was like,
Sonic.
I was like, what? And I played the fuck out of it for like a week.
Let's see, Angerfoot.
Angerfoot is like, I would say, just get it.
Yeah.
Get it.
No, it's I played the demo for that, and I was like, I kind of like what it's doing, and it's by Devolver. It's from Devolver, so it's like
makes sense why it's
yeah,
like that goofy ass shit.
Anything Devolver is fun, regardless.
Yeah.
Let's see. Rain Code was also the other thing. Ghost Runner. I've been eyeing, and this card game, Mega Man. Not Legends. What's the other Mega Man game? Battle Network. That's the other one. Called Card NCL, which that looks kind of fun, but that is currently on my list in my cart. I think I have something else in another cart somewhere. Hold on.
Do you like Ghost Runner, by the way? I just think it's a little jank. I do think it's fun.
I played the demo. I didn't get too into it. But I I don't know.
If there's something better, I would go for the better thing. But
Yeah,
Ghost Runner is fine, I would say.
I don't know about the sequel. I didn't really hear that much about the sequel, so I don't know.
No, there wasn't a lot of talk around it. I don't think Ghost Runner 1 took off like people thought it would.
Yeah, because it came out in a weird time. Because didn't Cyberpunk like come out at the same time?
Yeah, probably something like that.
So like the era of like punk or cyber games. It was like everywhere.
Government type shit.
Yeah, fuck the government. I mean, that's timeless. That's obviously timeless. Fuck the government.
Oh yeah, but it is very like those games were pointing at that.
Yeah. So there's that, and then I got stuff that came in physical for my PlayStation. So I got Raito Remastered, the Shin Megami Tensei game, and Death Stranding 2. And yeah. So those came in.
I'd like to point out that the Stick of Truth and Fractured Butthole combination games together are $14 right now.
Hey, guess what, fucker? I already have those on my Steam Deck.
No, I'm not telling you to buy them. I'm just saying in general for people.
Yeah.
Borderlands 3 is $2.99 right now.
I've been hearing weird shit about what's happening in Borderlands 2. The whole spyware shit.
With all their games, by the way.
Why?
Apparently they snuck in a little clause that says you have to have like, what is it, the kernel level anti-cheat basically on your system.
Oh.
Which everyone always says is spyware, which like can they do things to your computer?
Kind of, yes.
Going to? Maybe.
I don't know. I don't know. But still, I was gonna
trust any picture? Really?
Not really. No. Not after you left the USB.
Bro. I was talking to somebody about that the other day, and they were like, "Oh, wasn't it a whole computer?" And I was like, "I'm almost positive it was a USB."
I think it was just a USB.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. So yeah, that's shit that I bought, shit that I've yet to play, shit that I played. But yes, most of my time has gone into either Ultraman or Undertale and Clair Obscur. But right now I'm kind of in a weird place because after beating Clair Obscur, Clair Obscur was pretty long, but I'm kind of in that spot where like I kind of want to play something a little shorter now before I start Death Stranding 2, because Death Stranding 2 is pretty long. So I'm debating right now on either playing Raito Remastered, which is a Shin Megami Tensei game, which is not that long. It's like an action RPG, but it's not that crazy long. Going back to Bomb Rush Cyberpunk, or going back to Disco Elysium, or playing another JRPG, Shin Megami Tensei 3, Nocturne. Nocturne. Just either thinking about revisiting stuff that I played once or twice, or like playing something new right now. Yeah. That's where I'm at, baby.
I mean, sounds like you got a good amount of games.
Buy Undertale. So then we can talk about Undertale.
I might buy it.
All right.
And it's only like $3.
Oh, really? Is it just $3?
It's $2.49.
Really? Oh, that's a steal.
Yeah, but am I going to actually play it as a problem?
Oh, it's short. It's like 7 hours.
But I am one of those people that just buy it and then play it. Rust, on the other hand,
am I gonna buy Night Rain? Am I gonna play Rust with all the racists? Oh my god!
The amount of N-words I had in chat.
That's crazy. That's wild.
They're typing it out, by the way. Like, you have to put the effort into type. It would be different if they held like V to talk and then were like N-word, but no, they're like.
Oh my god. That reminds me, there was a TikTok or a clip that I saw of this guy. What he does is that he goes to Call of Duty lobbies, and he basically speedruns on getting called the N-word or hearing the N-word in Call of Duty lobbies. So
he like breathed at one point or something, and like we're like, oh.
And he has a fucking clock to stop. Oh my god, it's wild. It's so bad.
It had so. Again, you know my friend Derek that plays the Mortal Kombat and shit. Him and my friend Terrell, they had said something similar before where they were like, it was like record time that they went into a lobby and got called the N-word and fried chicken eaters. And I was like, this guy's... But they thrive on it. They love that shit, man. They're like, oh,
Yeah,
it's hilarious.
some people can really take it. Some people can. I choose just to have everything on mute. I'm a very weak person.
I used to love like fucking with other people in Call of Duty. I'm definitely older now and just tired.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really care as much. But it used to be a lot of fun to be like, yo, fuck you.
You're like, eat my ass.
It's fucking male testosterone.
I want a big titty goth gamer girl. Shut up, woman. Go back into the kitchen.
Yeah. No, the kitchen.
So yeah, that's it for the podcast. We did it. We just caught up with one another. Yay! I gotta take out the trash.
Yeah, me too.
All right. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.